Hey friends, Nubs11 here. Just giving you a quick recap. So I didn't actually have a recorded version of my World Cup qualifier game 5. I was pretty sick when I played. I was coughing and spluttering, and it just wouldn't have made for. I didn't feel like talking, and it wouldn't have made for good listening to hear me coughing and spluttering as much as I would have been. So I just thought I'd run it through quickly. So we're up against Tomo and his Wood Elves. I believe he streamed the game, and so you may be able to catch the VOD of the game with his commentary on his Twitch channel. We were feeling pretty good. He won the toss, but he elected to kick, which I was feeling pretty good about because for my mind, the matchup against Wood Elves with Undead is favoured in the Wood Elf. By the Wood Elves, I'd probably say 60-40. I mean, it's tight, but I still think the Wood Elves are favoured overall, especially since I don't think at this... I just had the Sure Hands guy. This was his, I think, first game. But I still think it's in their favour, so I only had the one guard. I didn't have guard on either of the mummies in this game. So I've played a few more games now. It could have been a very different game. So a thrown rock hit his War Dancer from the very first kickoff table and stunned him. But as you're about to see here, this was very much a tale. Triple skulls, having to use the reroll on the very first block of the game, which is a 3-dice block. It's going to be a game where the first turn almost decided the whole game. So feeling pretty confident, and then we roll triple skulls followed by a double skulls both down with the other mummy and suffer a turnover. Turn 1 of the game having done literally nothing. So I guess the argument could have been made here that I should have perhaps, once I used the reroll on the first block, I should have run the ghoul forward and picked the ball up. But I guess I thought that I wouldn't fail the second 3-dice block, and also that the ball's in a relatively safe place anyway. This was also a theme of the game. We were probably hitting each other maybe about the same amount. Maybe he was hitting me a little bit more. I'd have to have a look at the stats. But basically, we were keeping up blow for blow with damage. This also hurt, so his catcher just ran in there, picked it up. He did fall over, but he used the reroll and managed to get free and give it to the War Dancer. And that was pretty much the how I lost the first drive slash the game, because there wasn't really much I could do to recover from here. It was very, very difficult. I mean, for me to fail 2 3-dice blocks and then for him to dodge for a 4, pick it up for a 4, dodge out for a 3, and get out of there was a little bit unfortunate, but I mean, it happens. Basically, you'll see, I think, as we go through here, there was no real chance for me to ever hit his ball carrier. He got him down here. I managed to mark up his ball carrier a few times, but with no tackle on the team either, it just made it pretty difficult. And yeah, he scored on turn 3 for him. So I was feeling okay that he scored that early. I thought he might have been able to stall out the game a little bit more, because I think if he scores sort of turn 5 or 6, then I'm in a lot of trouble. But I managed to sort of march down the pitch. We have done a couple of cash at this stage. The good news for us was that the cash did get done by, I think, at least one of the mummies. Yeah, or both, 2 were on the one mummy, so managed to skill up there. Did manage to get the ball free several times and sort of march down the pitch, but I think I made a misplay this turn in that this ghoul just dodged when it should have been. I think it was pointed out to me by Daze that I didn't actually blitz that turn. I didn't show the whole turn, but perhaps that ghoul should have made the dodge and blitzed here, and then probably parked himself like here after the blitz. We do see Tomo rolls the POW here and does knock the ghoul free, which, well, I don't know what happened with that camera angle then. Okay, and he does manage to pick the ball up as well with the War Dancer. So, but I think, again, that was probably a misplay on my part in that I'm fairly certain I could go back and watch the turn again, but I think Dazed was right that I didn't blitz that turn, and I should have dodged, blitzed, pushed the catcher round here somewhere. He would have been He would have been a little bit far away. But yeah, I think that was a mistake, and we paid for it. I should have scored that half, and it would have again made for a different game. So it's unlucky first half, a misplay. We don't manage to knock the War Dancer down here. He also doesn't manage to score though, so again, maybe we have a chance if we can turn him over here, which that was unfortunate because I was hoping he doesn't have any short hands on the team, so I was hoping the ball would sort of land here and he would roll a 1 to pick it up because he's left no one in the backfield, so it would force him to use one of his re-rolls early on. A very interesting sort of turn here by him, where he gets a lot of players through and he rolled a lot of dice, but I did still actually get a blitz on his catcher from all those dice that he rolled. I'm fairly certain. I don't know if I can speed this up at all. Yeah, I still get a blitz on his catcher, 2 dice, and I do roll the pow. So it was a little odd that the catcher wasn't a little bit better protected, because he rolled a lot of dice to get all of these players through. So and we're going to see the heroics here of Marcus the Stiff, who I believe eventually, I'm not sure if I go for it here and pick the ball up, but I think he does eventually pick the ball up. I can't remember if no, I didn't, so I managed to run a ghoul through as well. Go for it with the ghoul. Get down. 2 tackle zones on the ball, feeling okay. He has his turn and manages to, again, power the ghoul and knock him out, which was a little unfortunate, because it meant that at this stage, as you can see, I sort of dropped everyone back, and maybe that was a mistake. Maybe I shouldn't have dropped these 2 players in particular back just yet. I should have done the blitz first, but I did have to do a dodge and a go for it, I believe, to do the blitz, so I was worried if I failed those, he could have stalled out another turn. I'm not sure that he would have, but he could have, and I think that was... at this stage, I'm basically thinking about winning the game and what are my best chances to win the game. My best chances to win the game are to force him to score early myself, and then try and turn him over and score again to get a draw. So we're going to see the heroic Marcus here eventually. I believe he blitzes this War Dancer 1 die and picks the ball up. Because it was basically the only thing I could do. Like I said, I think I put these guys out of position. So I pushed the War Dancer out of the way, put him in the tackle zone of the Mummy, and Marcus picks the ball up like a hero. But unfortunately, he can only shamble so far, and there's a lot of War Dancers down there. He gets knocked down. The game sort of drags along where I can't get the ball. I was just, I think bad positioning by me in that I should have maybe left the ghoul. I could have moved the white down here, but I maybe should have left the ghoul up here just in case a scatter throws the ball here, because I was always planning on doing the blitz and pushing the guy, pushing the catcher in that square there, so hopefully the ball scattered out. And I got it, and it scattered in a good spot for me, and I couldn't capitalize on it because I'd already moved that ghoul. So, and just the speed of the Wood Elves was just too great for me here. And Tomo does eventually get down the pitch and score to make it 2-0. I do manage to claw 1 touchdown back, but I got pretty lucky. I think Tomo was trying to score the 3rd touchdown, and it made me able to score 1 touchdown. He sort of committed pretty heavily down here. And I think he could have blitzed this white to put him out of position, but he didn't. And so the white was able to just sort of get the ball away and go for his life, score a touchdown, which was really good for me because that actually gave him tackle. So that was round 5. It was a mix of the first turn costing me a touchdown, with a really bad turn from me, failing 2 3-dice blocks, and then a really good turn for Tomo, dodging and picking the ball up and getting it out onto his war dancer. And then perhaps a misplay by me moving my player, moving my ghoul and white down here when the ball scattered up here and I couldn't capitalize. So lessons learned. It was the first loss for the team. I have played 2 more games since this, so hence why a lot of this sounds very retrospective. It's because it is. It's been 2 weeks since I played this game. But yeah, well played by Tomo. We're still not in a bad position, but yeah, definitely felt that loss because it was sort of a combination of a bit of bad luck and a bit of bad play by me, and some good play by Tomo. So credit to him too. But yeah, that'll do it for now. I'm going to post this video and round 6 at the same time, so you can see both of those. I'll hold off on round 7 till maybe tomorrow, day after. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, everyone. Take care. Until next time.